Thanks, Ted. Hi, I'm Kathy Newby, and welcome to Okaloosa Regional Airport. I am the Public Information Officer, and we are going to take a tour of this fuel facility here, and we're going to talk to Tim, the Fuel Operations Manager on the ground. Hi, Tim. Good morning. Welcome to our training video. What are you doing?
I am taking the API gravity on our fuel this morning. We take this to find out what the specific gravity of the fuel is, and that tells the airlines and ourselves how much a gallon of fuel is going to weigh.
And you do that probably several times a day, every time?
Every time we receive a fuel load, and once in the morning.
Well, let's talk about this facility a little bit. I know that we have 20,000-gallon tanks here. Also, we have a storage container. And do you want to talk a little bit about the storage container? This is a 10,000-gallon storage container, and Tim's going to tell us what it's used for.
All right, the 10,000-gallon tank is used for MoGas, which is used for equipment trucks around the airport itself. And the two 20,000-gallon tanks are the Jet A tanks. That's the tanks that we would take our fuel out of. We put it into our 3,000-gallon tender trucks and then onto the aircraft. And when they come out of the tank, they go through this filtering system. It's filtered coming in and filtered going out. And this is to remove any particulate matter, in water that might be trapped in the system, because there is a minute amount of water that's always trapped in fuel. That's what these filters do. And we also test for that. We do a water and train test once a month on our fuel, and we do a millipore, which looks for any particulate matter, microbiological growth. That's performed once a month. Every morning we come out, we're going to sump both these filter vessels. We're going to sump the tank. We're going to sump our trucks, which necessarily has to do with the maintenance of the farm, but that's a requirement that we have. We, as you can see, we do get some leaves and debris, and we are in the process on a daily basis of trying to rake those up. It's been a little difficult here in the spring. Not so much a problem in the summer, in the middle of winter, but you know, spring, fall, we have leaves that come in here. We'll bag those up. We'll put these over in these barrels, and then Okaloosa County takes those to a reclamation center, because once they're inside this berm area, they are considered contaminated waste because there is a certain amount of jet fuel that resides in here.
Well, you can tell Tim is involved in the training every day from cradle to grave here, and the important thing is that they do come and get this, and that we do extract it out.
Yes.
And I think those are the important things for the training here. We're actually building a new farm, new fuel farm here at the airport, and we're going to take a look at that. Here we are. Tell us what's great. We have some very large jets, and we have a very large new container facility that's coming, much bigger than our 10,000-gallon tank we just looked at. What are the new regulations for this?
Well, the new regulations include the height of the berm. Also, these tanks are going to be mounted vertically instead of laying on the ground horizontally. We'll have 4 20,000-gallon Jet A tanks and 2 20,000-gallon, they call it MoGas, but you would call it regular gasoline, for the rental cars, and also for any other airport equipment that would run off of that. And it'll have the newest equipment, the newest standards. Probably stainless steel lines will be involved. There'll be some type of bonding against system to prevent sparks. And if I'm not mistaken, I have heard that they're going to have a overhead fire suppression system. Some type of fire suppression system will be built in. And if it's not, then they'll have, like we saw at the other fuel farm, there'll be fire extinguishers mounted per the size of the storage tank. So probably my guess would be 650,000 pounds.
Well, it sounds like you've already been under a lot of training for this already, and there are a lot of new requirements and new regulations with a new facility.
Yes, there are. The EPA mandates that. The FAA will mandate some of the requirements. The aviation airline industry itself will mandate some of those. You know, I have not been privy to the construction of the tanks, but they may be stainless steel, or they may be coated like the other ones were, which is fine. Both of those are acceptable. Stainless steel would be much preferred, but there are cost issues.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you.